Hello everyone, and welcome to a peculiar little video that I was, I guess, I don't know if challenged is the right word, but nominated maybe, I don't know, but I was asked to do very politely by my buddy Bathtub Sir. As you may or may not know, my name is RJ Strange, and I'm very glad you're here. Bathtub Sir has asked me to do the YouTube 7 questions sort of video. It's just, I guess, I don't want to say a viral thing going around, but it's kind of a cool little thing that I guess people are doing. And so sure, why not? I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I thought, why not? You know, just like Tubby said. He said, why be a spoil sport? And I agree. So, thanks a bunch, Tubby. I guess it's my turn. The first question that on the list of questions that were asked of us is, why do I do YouTube? Me? Why do I do YouTube? Well, it's very simple. I do YouTube because I love games. It's what's familiar to me, and I love the community of YouTube. I've been playing video games, I guess, for 33 years, I think? 34 years. Way back to the old arcade machines. I played on a Miss Pac-Man cocktail table that you would sit at and drop your quarters in and play Miss Pac-Man. I played the pole position arcade machine where I grew up. That was, I could barely even see over the steering wheel. You know, I was about 6 maybe. So that was a lot of fun. But, which brings me, I've been playing games ever since then, and that brings me up to YouTube. I spent a couple of years on YouTube just kind of watching people's videos, and I play video game videos and guitar videos, because I play a very little bit of guitar, have for the last couple of years, but that's basically what brought me to YouTube, those two things, video games and guitars. And, I thought, hey, this could be a lot of fun, a lot of people say you can make money on YouTube, you can do this, you can do that. It's not about that. It's about a sense of community and a sense of camaraderie, at least for me anyway. Like-minded people that you can talk to and get to know from all across the world. That includes YouTube and Twitch and all those places, these sort of communities look at the good that people are doing with them. There's charity live streams people do. Whether you're a big YouTuber, a small YouTuber, you can get involved with people that run charity live streams. You can raise money for various causes, things like that. And the people that I've met so far, not to make their heads swell or anything, but they're a pretty great bunch of guys, and I've met a few. I don't have very many subscribers as of yet, but I appreciate every one of them, and they're pretty great. I've talked to a few of them, and so that's basically why I do YouTube. I dipped a toe into the community, and I thought, why not just jump right in and make videos, and if you do something with it, something happens with it, and it's been great so far. The next question is, how long have I been doing YouTube? Well, I set up my YouTube account just after my birthday in January of 2016, but I wasn't ready to upload anything until August 6th, 2016. I uploaded my very first episode of Isaac, and I don't mind telling you guys, I was nervous. Like, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I've been watching guys do Let's Plays for, they're on their 6,000th episode of The Binding of Isaac, or they're, Enter the Gungeon, and those indie games like that. They're just having fun, and they're talking about everything. And I didn't have a clue. I was like, okay, well, here I am. This is me. I'm RJ Strange, and thanks for watching. And I remember having this thought in my head. But okay, now we made it through the intro. What the heck am I going to talk about next? And I don't know. I got through it. It's there if you want to go watch it. But it was I was nervous. So yeah, that's when I started uploading, August 6th, something like that. 6th, 7th, 8th. I can't remember the exact date on the video. Next question. How long do I plan on doing YouTube? Well, much like Tubby said, it holds true for me. I mean, as long as the passion is there to do it. Sometimes I like to do 2 videos a day if I can, but sometimes I get myself into a kind of a low state of mind, and I can't really bring myself to do it because I'm just not there. So I'm really trying to get a sort of a schedule going, and I'd like to get into Twitch as well, regular streaming, maybe 2 days a week on there. But yeah, I'll do it as long as I'm able to, as long as anybody cares to watch me, and as long as the passion is inside me to do it. Because I love video games, and I love people, and I like the fact that I can talk to everybody in the world and stay in my room and talk to myself at the same time, kind of like I'm doing right now. What's the next one? What kind of camera do you use? Well, I don't use a camera. I really don't, and it's not for, being embarrassed or anything like that. I mean, I make jokes about the way I look all the time, but I just, quite honestly, I can't afford it right now. I mean, I have what I have, and it's not the best equipment, but it does the job, and I really don't need a camera, but if I was going to get one, it would probably be the same one that Tubby was talking about, the one that everybody uses if you're using for face cam on YouTube. What is that, the Logitech C190 or whatever he said? That's what I want. And maybe someday I'll get it, and maybe I won't. It's really not that high up on the priority list whether I can afford it or not. I got so many other places to put money. I gotta buy games. I gotta get games for the channel to play, because if I'm not, playing games, I'm not buying games, I got nothing to talk about. So yeah, that's why no camera. It's just not that high up on my priority list. Do I make my own thumbnails? Yes, I do. It's really simple for me to do. It's nothing that, it's nothing really spectacular. I got my daughter. She drew the caricature of me. Yes, in my profile picture, and then the person that you see in my thumbnails is a pretty good likeness of me, actually, in sort of an anime style. My daughter did that, and the little fox that shows up in a lot of my thumbnails that I tend to kind of work in there, hide or whatever. Her best friend, Moofy, if I remember correctly, Moof Cakes, Moof, whatever she calls herself. The two of them are Kitty Whiskers is what my daughter likes to be called on. What is it? DeviantArt. So the two of them, her and my daughter and her friend, are just phenomenal artists, and they did those for me, and I just kind of find a way to work them into my screenshot of the title screen or whatever I come up with, and that's all there is to it. There's nothing to it, really. It's nothing spectacular, but it does the job, What's next? Did you make your own intro or outro? No, I didn't. I don't have them. I would like to have them, but I am not that skilled of a, I guess graphic designer would be a proper term. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to get them. If I can, find somebody to commission to do it for a price that maybe I can afford at some point. I don't know, because it'd be cool to have, but it's not that high up on the priority list. It would add maybe a little spit and polish to my videos, and maybe someday, I hope. But right now, I'm kind of digging my my system that I got going on here. And how did I come up with my channel name? Well, the channel really doesn't have a name. It's just a name that I adopted. RJ is something that my grandfather, rest his soul, God rest his soul, he called me that when I was really little. And it never stuck as a kid, but looking back at it, I was really kind of fond of that. So I grabbed it from there. I grabbed it from him, rather. And Strange, well, Strange is strange for a lot of reasons. It's I consider myself to be a marginally strange human being. I try not to be so, I don't want to say run-of-the-mill human being, but I like to consider myself a little bit different, maybe a little, a little on the strange side, and a particular young lady that I speak to over in London is probably going to laugh at me right now because a while ago she says, I won't call you Strange. She says, but I'll call you RJ. She says, Strange just reminds me of that silly comic book movie, I think she said. Well, that's the other part of where it come from, because I grew up, I really didn't have a whole lot of friends, didn't spend a lot of time going out. But thanks to my stepfather, who recently left us, he introduced me to the world of comic books. And it helped me to learn to read very quickly, because he had some old collections that I positively devoured every chance I could get. But he would never let me take them home. Where he had these little collections hidden in his old house and then up at the cottage. But I devoured these books over and over and over again. And the love for comic books has been in my heart for, well, as long as I can remember, like video games, right? So, well, I don't aspire, I'm not crazy enough to aspire to be like one of these characters. I just thought it'd be really cool to kind of incorporate that into my, when I was coming up for a name for YouTube, I thought, why not just use that? It's a simple word, everybody remembers it, it jumps out at you, and it's sort of a homage to me for my love of comic books, so that's cool. I mean, this is me. I'm just a guy that sits at home and plays video games because I love them, and I'm just a big old geek. And yep, that's how I came up with the name, my name. And last but not least, the bonus question: what can YouTube do to change it up? Change it up. That's a vague question. It really is. YouTube can basically do anything it wants. If you're asking me for suggestions, well, I really don't. I don't understand. I don't know what they can do to change it up. I don't know enough about the system yet. I've only really been into YouTube since, like I said, last August is when I started. So, for example, they're phasing out the annotations. Why are they doing that? I don't know. I always thought it was a good thing. An annotation, maybe I'm wrong, but an annotation in a YouTube video that's like a link or a note, I guess, Is it one of those like if you load up a Let's Play Chapter 3, for example, and whatever game it is, Chapter 3, you can like click, I guess, where it says sometimes guys will have like in the top corner it'll say to see Chapter 2, click here, or you know, something like that. I don't know if that's an annotation or not, but I always thought those were pretty good ideas, so why take them away? I don't know about changing it up or keeping things status quo. Improvements are always necessary. Streamlining improvements are necessary. You know, YouTube's they gotta keep things fresh. They gotta streamline their operations because, let's face it, there's content creators like myself, the low-end guys like me and Tubby and Broccoli and my buddy Shannon from R&R Gaming. You know, hope he comes back soon, but yeah, little guys all the way up to the big guys. You know, there's so many of them, and there's more people coming every day. And you know, I'm not looking to compete with the bigger name guys, with the PewDiePies or the Jacksepticeguys and the Markipliers and those guys like that. I don't want to compete with those guys. But you know, just, you know, maybe virtually rub elbows with them, I guess. Figure out a way where they can optimize the search engines and stuff. I don't know. I really don't know enough about it to say. But I guess I'd like to be able to have a fair chance of being seen along with those guys that are more established. Because, you know what, I'm a fan of those guys. All those guys, bigger guys. I watch them, and some of them, and they're great. But I would love to be able to have a chance to, you know, when somebody types in The Binding of Isaac, because I play a lot of Isaac. It's an addiction for me, I guess. I'm not very good at it, as if you would see in my videos, but I have a lot of fun with it. And when I post an Isaac video, when I type in The Binding of Isaac, I want to be able to see my videos up there on the front page along with those big guys. You know, everybody deserves a fair shot. So if there's a way they could optimize it, that'd be my only suggestion. I don't know how to do it. But other than that, listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Streamline it. Make it more efficient, maybe. You know? Other than that, I don't know, man. Just, I like it. YouTube, it's home now. So yeah, that about does it for me. I think I've rambled on long enough. Thanks for listening, and I guess this is the part where I'm supposed to nominate somebody to do this. I hate to tell you, but the only people that I really know have already been nominated. And I know R&R Gaming, he's on a bit of a hiatus right now. That family, they got some stuff going on, and they're doing their thing, and that's great. But I hope, you hope you come back soon, buddy. If you get this and you feel like doing it, then there you go. There's my nomination. R&R Gaming. R&R Family Gaming. I'll leave a link to them down in the description. So anyway, yeah, this was my my 7 questions with a bonus video. Thank you for watching, and hey, if you liked it, then click the like button, will you? Doesn't hurt, helps out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed, then why not do that too? Thanks again. See you next time, guys.